Cam here across the Lubbock area. Looking to our west, seeing that nice sunset taking place over the city, and just a few scattered clouds out there as well, but we're not looking at anything too major expected for our area. The front that we saw earlier today has left us down into the low to mid 80s across the area, with the exception in our southwestern counties. Seminole currently still at 87 degrees. The cooler air is filtering in from the north, currently 79 in Friona and 80 over there in Tulia and Plainview. Those wind speeds behind the front were a little breezy this afternoon, but they have subsided just a little bit, especially here in our eastern counties, with spur at 7 miles per hour out of the north-northeast, and most general wind direction out of the north-northeast, averaging 10 to 15 miles an hour. And that cooler air will continue to spill into the South Plains overnight tonight, but we're not talking a major temperature change over the next few days, but it will be a few degrees cooler. Live look at Doppler radar right now showing mostly clear across the South Plains. That front moved through earlier today, brought some locally heavy rainfall to parts of the area. Now that's pushed well off to the south and to the southwest. Currently that front's edging into the Midland, Odessa area, giving them a shot of rain this afternoon, but that's all pushing away from the South Plains. The next focus for rainfall overnight tonight, we're not just done yet. We have some showers and thunderstorm activity developing here in southern Colorado and northern New Mexico. That's all expected to grow into a complex overnight tonight and make its way toward the South Plains. Your futurecast starting out this evening showing us clear across the South Plains and for us here in the metro now, but it's around midnight to about 1 o'clock in the morning. We begin to see that complex of thunderstorms and showers approaches from the northwest across the area. Now, those may affect our northwestern counties during the overnight hours from Littlefield to Timid, Friona, and Milshu. You guys have the best chance of seeing that activity down to Morton during the overnight hours. The most intense storms will remain off into New Mexico, and we're not expecting anything severe out of these. Maybe just some gusty winds and maybe some brief downpours or so, and maybe some lightning. Dry lightning may be an issue later on tonight with some of those storms, but that activity is expected to continue to push off to the south and southwestern in the overnight hours. We're clear across most of the South Plains. Most of us will miss it tonight. If you're out west, though, you may hear a rumble of thunder, maybe some rain later on during the overnight hours. Now, rainfall accumulation projections, this model is doing a pretty good job of it. I think most of it will stay out here to the west and along the state line from Palmer, Bailey, and Cochran counties off into the terrain of New Mexico. Look to see amounts tonight and this overnight tonight and early tomorrow morning to remain at least 1/10 of an inch or under. Here in the metro and most of the South Plains, we're going to miss out on that activity. Now, the longer range forecast model is slightly overdoing this a little bit. Not all of us will see the rainfall tonight, especially here in Lubbock. It's going to be well out to our west and northwest around Clovis or so. That's pretty accurate, at least 1/10 of an inch or so. So models are good in agreement there, but it's toward the end of this weekend and early next week. We're looking at heavier totals off in the terrain of New Mexico, looking to see almost 1/4 of an inch here in Lubbock by Sunday morning or so. And then as we look into Monday and Tuesday of next week, those chances of rain continue up to around 3/400 of an inch here in Lubbock by Tuesday or so, and the higher amounts off to our northeast and off to the west in New Mexico. So better chances of rain for the whole area as we look into the rest of this weekend and early next week. So don't worry if you miss out on it tonight. Your chance may come later this weekend and early next week. Those high temperatures expected for tomorrow, quite nice for late June. I could say 84 expected here in Lubbock, mid-80s across the central South Plains, lower 80s off to our north and northwest. Clovis at 81, 82 expected in Tulia for your Saturday, and those mid to upper 80s across the south and southwest. Now, for the metro area tonight, we're looking at a temperature of 68 degrees, 30% chance of rain, mainly in our western counties into early tomorrow morning. East-northeast winds, 12 to 22 miles an hour. Like I said, we're not expecting severe weather out of these, but they could produce some brief gusty winds and some locally heavy downpours. Now, tomorrow for Lubbock, we're looking at a temperature of 84 degrees, 20% chance of rain. Could see an isolated shower or thunderstorm during the afternoon hours especially, but better chances early tomorrow morning out to our west, scattered thunderstorms. Like I said, by tomorrow afternoon, certainly not out of the question, but most of us will still stay dry through your Saturday. But it's the overnight events I'm a little concerned about Sunday night into Monday night as well. Like I said, severe weather's not that big of an issue, but better chances of rain for all of us. Those temperatures tomorrow throughout the weekend staying in those 80s, so quite pleasant, like I said, for late June. Those temperatures rebound into the lower 90s, mid-90s as we approach the middle of next week, and finally drying out a little bit as well. But then we begin to watch next Friday or so. We have another system and another front coming into the area that could spell some more rain chances just in time for the 4th of July. But again, it's a little too far out for that, but we will keep tabs on it for you here. Those overnight lows in the mid to upper 60s and low 70s.